Look, part of what I love about my wife is that life is not dull. There's always something that's going on. And if it were just me, pretty much everything would be very predictable. It would be very routine. You would know what was coming down the pike. Life would not throw you a lot of surprises.
You would be so straight and narrow.
Yep.
And she is just the opposite. She is the curviest of curveballs.
Yep. Never know what you're going to get. Just out of nowhere. Just, whoa, I did not see that coming. I've been with her a very, very long time, decades upon decades. And still, you're just like, okay, crazy. I didn't see that one coming. But it does. It does. And, hey, you got to learn how to react on your feet, on the fly. And look, through the course of our marriage, there are a lot of times where I just have learned to bring it in, not say a word, sit on it a while, and work through it. And sometimes I've been able to win in some of those situations by not reacting with emotion immediately.
She'll wear herself down sometimes. And if you wait it out, the crazy idea will flush it out on her own without you saying anything.
Do you ever slip up and that emotional Kevin does come out? Or have you learned that it just doesn't even happen anymore?
I'm pretty good. It's very rare. And it would only come out if she's held on to it for a while. And I have to say, all right, I have to let you know because it's past the usual time of where your harebrained ideas start to, simmer down. And now it's still boiling.
Simmer down now.
I got to let you know because I've not expressed my opinion, but here it is.
Uh-oh.
And that's usually when it happens, where after a certain amount of time that I will get a little bit more vocal and I'll bristle up a little bit more.
So is this a new idea that she just hit you with this weekend? Or is this one of those things she's been working out for a while?
It's an idea I feared one day would come.
Oh my gosh. I hope it's not what I'm thinking it is. I hope it's not what I'm thinking it is. Is she going up full on face tat?
She will tell you that she's not because it's by her ear. But dog, it's a face tat.
Oh,
it happened.
Wow.
You were fearful for this.
She said she was going to do it, but nobody believed her.
I believed her. I
did not believe her.
Doubted.
I thought the neck thing, she'd be like, no, I'm not going to go any further up.
If you've missed the whole saga of how this began, when my daughter got into her 20s, she started doing tattoos. And my wife, when I met her, had one small little discreet rose in the bikini line. She didn't know. I was all cool with it. Fine, whatever. But I guess as a way to bond and also to try to, I think, remain young and youthful, she thought tattoos was the way to go. Because, hey, a lot of the young kids are getting the tattoos. Hey, they're not what they used to be in the day. And I get all that. But
they don't have the stigma that they used to have.
You're right. But you're still primarily seeing kids in their 20s getting them. And I do see women of my wife's age sometimes doing desperate things to try to hold on to their youth and feeling like, hey, let me try to prove to you that I still got it. Mentally, I'm a 20-year-old, even though I'm in a 40-plus-year-old body. And one tattoo led to another. My daughter started getting them. Then we're talking about sleeves, then tattoos on the hands. And I'm like, okay, I was always good as long as we had the cover-up thing going on.
But you can't hide something on your knuckles.
My wife being an educator of pre-K children, I thought tattoos might be something that could one day inhibit her ability to find work and thus our financial situation. Then my daughter was talking about getting a neck tattoo, and that's where I was like, oh no, please, let's not do it. And originally it was going to be a butterfly right on the front of the throat.
Oh my gosh.
Something that unless you're wearing a turtleneck, which a lot of times in South Florida, you don't want to wear a turtleneck.
Amen.
And I thought, okay, this isn't going to be great. Then it became 3 crosses on the side of the neck. That's where it all went. And they said, hey, we can put our hair down and cover it up. Got to that, lost all that. Then I thought, okay, let's just protect ourselves from the face tat. And my daughter comes to me and she says, I want to get a tattoo of her younger brother. His name is Canon, on the front little part of her neck in Hebrew. I'm like, okay. She's like, but I'm not going to tell mom because I know if mom finds out that she'll want to get it as well. And I know how you feel about that, and that's just the way it goes. So I don't know what happened, but apparently a conversation was had, and Caitlin did not do what she said she was going to do. And my wife said, you know what? I'm going to get that Canon tattoo. I'm like, are we really going for the front of the throat now?
Point to the area on Kevin, if anybody's watching on
what is
KDJ
that little
TV.
divot that you have there that I have there, right at the base of your throat?
The base of your neck, the front facing
right above
middle.
your sternum.
There's like a little hole there.
Yeah. So I think that's where Caitlin is going. And so my wife said, yeah, so, we're going to get that tattoo. I was like, oh, okay. So you talked to Caitlin. She's like, yeah. But I'm going to get it right here next to my ear on the side of my jaw.
Okay.
If you know where your inner ear is.
Kind of in your sideburn.
And I said, so we're talking about a face tat now. She's like, oh, no. It's like an ear tattoo. I'm like, no, that's face. Ear starts here.
Right.
The tattoo starts there. That's face.
That's face.
That is a face tattoo. And so we couldn't even come to an agreement on semantics, which I feel like I'm right on semantics.
You are.
I'm like, now we're going into the level of face tattoo. And I'm like, well, what are we going to do? Jelly roll? Is that what we're doing? She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, have you not seen the artist Jelly Roll, who did a Super Bowl commercial ragging on how he doesn't necessarily love his tattoos, and oh man, if I could just do it again, I don't know that I'd have all these face tattoos.
Post Malone too. Post Malone's got that look going on too, the face tats.
Yeah, I'm like, so where are we going here with this? Like, because look, you haven't stopped yet, and I had thought, okay, I'll let one go. Then it got two, then it got three, then it was sleeves, then it's hands, then it's neck, and now I guess I'm just one day going to be married to Jelly Roll or Post Malone.
Do you just accept the fact that they're going to do it anyway? Whether you state your opinion anyway, they're going to do it.
Yeah, because there's just minimal fight. But it's just, look, like I said, I'm not necessarily a tattoo guy. And if you want to have them on other parts of your body, that's fine. And that to me was kind of the compromise. Go on ahead. But yeah, when we're looking at the things, for me, hey, face is what makes you attracted to somebody. I'm not attracted to tattoos. So I'm just saying I would expect about to go down a path where if you continue this like you have, I'm not going to find you attractive at some point.
Is that what she's going for?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that she cares. And it just, to me, it's like, I think it's nice to be attracted to your partner. I think it's kind of critical for what's going on.
Well, Panda got that neck tat, not on his face. It's below his ear, and I can still see it.
You can look at his face, and you can see the eyes and the attractiveness and whatever, and you're still there. But I think I would get to the place where the first thing I'd always notice is a tattoo, and a tattoo that I didn't really want. I'd be like, okay.
I still see Panda's tattoo every time. I don't like it. I think it's too close to his face.
Yeah.
And it's not even on his face. And it still hurts my feelings every time I see it.
So if the Queen did that, Are your feelings hurt? Are you bothered by that? Do you feel disrespected?
Yeah, because you don't take into any consideration. You just blow right over it. It doesn't matter what I think.
I asked you not to do it, and you did it anyway.
Yeah.
And I told you that it was going to make me sad, but you don't care.
You don't care, and now I'm telling you, you're getting to a level where I'm not going to find you attractive on that. And I can only help how I feel. I can't lie about it. I know some people are like, well, that's not right. You should love her no matter what. Well, I'm going to love her. But attraction is something that I don't know. A lot of times you have control over that.
Attraction,
as a person.
It's his truth.
No, you can't control who you're attracted to.
Or how, yeah.
Yes.
I think you find certain things attractive. Now, you can still love the person and be like, hey,
Sure.
I'm attracted to their qualities, but physically, I still want the attraction level.
There are turn-ons and turn-offs.
Right. And there's an artist that I think is very pretty, a young country artist, and she has face tattoos. And I was like, it kind of kills the attraction for me on her, and I just know that we'd be going down that route with my wife.
Well, that's a celebrity artist. It's a musician. You're
right,
talking
exactly.
about your wife.
Yeah.
The preschool teacher.
Yeah. These are two different worlds. But
absolutely.
I'm just the thing. I'm curious because I wouldn't be able to take that if I expressed myself and someone still did it. Kind of like the neck tattoo. You weren't happy about that,
right?
And then it's going down the same road. What do you do in that situation emotionally? Because you are upset about
Drink.
it.
No, I think what happens, and this is what I'm worried about, you start to withdraw. And if it gets to a certain level and it's like, okay, yeah, all right, I'm not, it's like, I'm not feeling it. And that's where we're going to get. And that's not good for a marriage.
No.
When you're kind of that way and you're like, all right, I'm not feeling this.
People always ask me, so like a moment like this, are you gonna get beef from the queen for talking about this?
No, because she knows that this is what we do. And look, you're bringing it on to yourself, and this is how I make my money, and this is relating real life. And it's also too to get a little bit of perspective, because the way I'm leaning on it right now is I think I'm going to just have this kind of honest conversation with her, and I choked back the words over the weekend and said, give it a little bit of time. Let's see where it goes.
Don't say nothing yet.
And my daughter knows how I feel about it. And that's why I was like, so what happened? Like, you weren't going to talk to her, and clearly some conversation happened, and now she's going to go a higher level than you. Like, she's not going to go a little subtle on the front part of the neck. She's going to go on the face. Yeah.
By the ear.
Right.
But yeah, it's by the area where a man's sideburn is.
And the reason why I'm scared is nothing has stopped this train. It's just, I thought, okay, I'm not going to say anything about the first 2 or 3 or 4.
Every idea came to fruition.
The train is not, it's picking up momentum.
Well, you don't get listened to. You express opinions and how you feel. And
right.
I mean, it's just, that's what it sounds like.
I would listen. If my wife said something about, hey, I find that attractive on you, I would listen, because I care about being attracted to my wife. So I would just tell her, be like, I'm telling you that if you start going face tattoos, I'm not going to really be attracted to you. It's going to affect our marriage. I don't know where it ends, but I'll just tell you that's where it goes. So if you want to just be, hey, well, buddy, and I'll knuckle bump you because I don't really find you that attractive, that's where the marriage is going.
Do you think sometimes
we're going to a knuckle bump marriage?
Is that what she wants?
I don't know. Maybe it is.
Do you think sometimes it is done to if you express you don't like it, do you find that then that makes her want to do it even more?
Well, then you got to ask her and be like, hey, what do you think about the marriage? Are you trying to sabotage it? Do you not want me touching you? If that's the case, then why are we married? We can still be friends and keep it amicable. And, we just won't find any attraction to each other. And it's a different kind of relationship. Then we're great friends.
That's depressing.
Well, it's the truth, right?
I mean,
how else does it go? If
anybody else
can walk me through it and tell me, hey, you're taking this way out of line.
No, you're not taking it way out of line, because
I don't think you're the only person to go through this, because I went through it with Panda with his neck tat that I still to this day hate.
Yeah.
And when I see it, he's got the hair growing over it now, so I can't see it as much.
Right.
But when he gets a haircut, I see it and it makes me sad, because I said, please don't do that. I don't want that, and it didn't matter.
Well, right.
I've worked with you for 20 years, and I can tell when you're annoyed, or I can tell there's some emotion behind this, which is I'm glad you show it.
It's finally gotten to the point where there's the line that I kind of drew, and with this, the line I feel is crossed to me.
They're dancing on your line.
And do you feel like it's going to definitely happen, in your opinion?
I think we're at a better chance than not that it's going to happen, and probably soon. And so, I gave it the weekend, and the next chance as the conversation comes up, I'm gonna say, look, please, I'm just asking for this. Can you just give me no face tats? Man, I'm not down with face tats.
I'm not gonna lie, marriage sounds like a lot of fun.
It shouldn't be this difficult. It really shouldn't. I mean, I think that's a reasonable request, right?
Yeah, I don't think.
Can we not go face tats?
It is not a crazy request.
Kevin,
I think face, neck, I think all of that area is just, it's next level. It's not the same as a sleeve. Mm-hmm. It's not the same as a, torso tat.
Wrote all that.
Face and neck is just different.
And I've even adapted to the neck tat, but it's just the face. Nah. I know I'm not going to adapt to that.
You are not wrong, and you shouldn't feel bad about this.
Yeah.
You shouldn't feel bad. I know someone's going to say, it's her body, and blah, blah. I agree. We all understand that. We all get that. And that's not what we're talking about.
That's why, look, if she wants to do it, she can do it. But you do what you want to do. I'll let you know how it'll make me feel, and we'll see if that makes any impression on you. And then we'll see where it goes from there. So this is step one. And now we got to just kind of see where it rides. I'll wait for the opportunity to present itself, and it will. And I will take it to the next level and have basically the conversation I just had with you guys.
Good luck.
And then we'll see where it goes, and I'll bring it back in. I'll let you know if it had any effect.
I hope it works out, man.
I do too.
I hope the face tat at least looks good.
Well, the thing that always amuses me about this is somebody gets something in a different language, and then they find out from somebody who's Hebrew that, oh, that says something really profane. You know, like that's not the word canon at all. Like, I know what you're talking about, and you're going to be very offensive to anybody who can read Hebrew.
How does Canon feel about Mom getting his name tattooed on her face?
I don't think he even knows or cares. He's whatever.
Because I'd be weirded out.
Yeah, maybe I need to just play video games all the time. That's how he seems to just close yourself in a room and play some video games.
That's what you should do.
Maybe
too.
this is what I
Maybe
need
you
to
get
do
the
too.
teen boy tune out.
Yeah,
You should
that's it.
you should get that little shed you have outside with all the rats and turn that into your own game room.
This
Maybe
is
that's it.
why a lot of times you'll see dads in the family just sitting and staring out the window
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes.
Oh,
Right.
I saw it in my dad. I would ask him a question. Hey, Dad, well, when are we playing tennis? And then 23 minutes later, about 9 a.m., he just was staring off
Just
in
thinking
the
about it
distance.
all.
Just thinking about, man, it's tough in these parts.
You ladies give us guys a lot to think about, man. A lot to think
Put
about.
him on a spin cycle.
Yeah.